And ladies and gentlemen, here we are in game 3 between iS.Axslav and coL.qxc. This is the last game in this best out of 3 between them. And let's just take a look at the players first. We have Infinity 7 iS.Axslav spawning over here as the blue Protoss on the top right hand side of this map. And we have coL.qxc from Complexity Gaming. He's the purple Terran. And so this map, Cloud Kingdom, it's a good map. I mean, it can be it can be a strongly early game cheese type of map for Terrans. I mean, it's a very good map to do this. And the third on this map is pretty okay. The third is okay, but then you have this really long path to your third, and usually when your units get stuck in there, that's never a good sign. But coL.qxc in game 1 took off iS.Axslav with a 2 racks push, catching him off guard because iS.Axslav did go for the Nexus first. And the second game, very epically, iS.Axslav took it in a super match where he just played so well. He just played absolutely well in that. And so yeah, that really paid off for him because that game was absolutely amazing. So I was really psyched to really look at that game. It was a very long game, and it was just really fun. And we'll see what coL.qxc has in his mind for game 3. He probably would, I think for both of these players, they'd have to pick the strategy they're most comfortable with, because this match is going to be the deciding match for both of these guys. So they both have to start playing really safe. Just, I mean, not saying that they weren't safe, but yeah, it's pretty important for them to do that. It looks like once again iS.Axslav's going to go for the Nexus first. So yeah, it looks like iS.Axslav going for the Nexus first every game. It just makes him feel safe, which is not bad. I mean, it just shows that he's a player that just wants to get the macro advantage as much as possible. Oh, actually not. He's actually just going to go for a very... Oh, never mind. I was blind. The Nexus did come down, and an 18 gateway after the initial Nexus, and also the gas coming down. So very standard, similar to all his games. Didn't switch anything up for the beginners. I mean, there's just not much you can do if you're just going for a macro build. I mean, unless you're gonna go one base. Yeah, but a lot of Protosses now tend to start to expand fairly soon with the Terran if they go for a fast command center. And coL.qxc is sending already, rallying 2 Marines over to the Protoss base. And does he have a SCV to support this? Yes, he does. He has the SCV over here, and he's just going to probably try to do some bunker aggression. Yeah, he just wants to do some bunker aggression, force some units out, force some chrono boosts on that gateway, and we'll just see how he's gonna deal with this. Looks like right now iS.Axslav pulling down his probes, not even going to engage his SCVs because he knows that, oh, never mind, he is going to come in and he's going to try to get the Marines. And once again, coL.qxc has to micro this pretty darn hard. But then the distance in this map for reinforcements is a lot harder, and this is delaying a lot of mining time. And actually the SCV does get killed over here, so this push is really well cleaned up. There were 4 workers killed, so not too bad. But coL.qxc once again pulling in even more SCVs over here. He's gonna do a very similar build, but I'm not really sure about this. I'm just not too sure. He's just going off 1 barrack, and is it worth it for him to bring so many SCVs if he's just doing a 1 barrack aggression? He's just not going to get enough units. But the Hellion joining the forces right now. We do have the Stalker come out already, so the Stalker can do quite well against this Hellion, and it's going to pick some shots. There's 2 Stalkers actually, so it looks fairly nice, and the Hellion actually going to go up the ramp. Stalker's going to ignore that and just go for the SCVs. And is the bunker going to finish? The bunker really needs to finish, and it does. So it's really nice right now, but this will easily get cleaned up. Whoa, a nice roast over there, and Hellion gets cleaned up in the main as well. Will this bunker survive? Oh, the SCV comes and repairs it, so looks like it will. But yeah, right now, iS.Axslav, let's take a look once again at how many workers he lost. 13 workers, so coL.qxc once again doing a lot of early game damage, and this is really going to go in favor of him, because especially he just went off 1 racks, he can just tech out of it really easily. It was no commitment to him. He also went for the gas first, so it went pretty well for coL.qxc over there. So once again, here we go. QXC is just going to try to nibble off the shields of the Protoss units. But this bunker, of course, won't last too long as 4 Stalkers are already out. Only 1 SCV to repair it, so that's not much to help, honestly. And iS.Axslav can sit back and start macroing right now, as these Hellions have to be really careful because they can't hide in the bunkers, obviously. So they have to be really careful about where their movements are. And looking back at QXC's build, he's getting the reactor on his barracks and also getting a command center and getting the Banshee. So okay, he's gonna go for the Banshee, not bad. And I'm not sure about that because the Robo's coming down as well for iS.Axslav, and iS.Axslav has a fair amount of Stalkers. And it looks like iS.Axslav wants to take out this bunker as soon as he can. But his Stalkers are actually getting quite hurt over there in the doing so. So yeah, this bunker is living for a very long time. It's like a long-lived bunker, and this SCV is also getting a lot of repair points. So yeah, QXC is just baiting these Stalkers, making iS.Axslav control his units on purpose. And we do have the cloak coming down as well, and the initial Banshee is already coming out. But then the Banshee probably won't be able to deal with 4 Stalkers at once, as we have the Observer coming down, and it will come in time for the cloak. So the Banshee is actually going to go into the main, and yeah, it looks like iS.Axslav wants to clean this up. He definitely wants to clean this up ASAP. And that just depends, is he going to do it? We have 2 Stalkers positioned inside the main to deal with this Banshee, and that's going to be fine. Banshee gets 2 kills, and going to get 3, and that's all she wrote. And over here, iS.Axslav does snipe off the bunker, and the Marines, and the Hellions. So that's going to look very good for iS.Axslav. He's cleaned off the early pressure, and QXC just expanded. iS.Axslav already ahead in... Oh, actually he's behind in the probe count, but now that he's got the Robo, he's going to feel safe. He's got that Observer. Nothing's really going to touch him. And iS.Axslav also has the proxy pylon that QXC scouts, and QXC is going to deal with this very quickly, of course. As these Stalkers start pushing out, they can actually, yeah, actually the Banshee's going to focus it down. But, oh, I'm surprised that QXC took so long to take this one out, because obviously now he won't have that. But iS.Axslav going to lose his Stalkers over there. Trying to, I'm actually not sure why he warped it in. Not really a good idea when you're warping in straight in front of your opponent's eyes. But here comes iS.Axslav going to chase these Stalkers around, and where's the Observer? You need an Observer, iS.Axslav! But he doesn't have one, so he's just gonna run all the way back to his base, and of course Stalkers do outrun Banshees just by a bit, so he's gonna look fine. But right now QXC is starting to switch into the bio build once again, and I really like this style of play from QXC. A lot of players tend to, do damage, and they think, oh, after I do damage, you know what, I'm just gonna go 1-1-1 all in. Yeah, let's do that. But no, QXC is actually just gonna play it normal. He's just gonna expand off his early pressure, and then he's just going to go back into the bio build. And I really like this because if you do damage to your opponent early, it's going to be really beneficial. And the Stalkers coming in here just to kill an SCV and force a cancel on the missile turret. So that's pretty nice, but iS.Axslav needs to get stuff going. Because the thing is, he did suffer early aggression, and his tech got put behind. He's just getting the Twilight Council right now, and he's also got the Forge, which is upgrading nothing when he's floating on like 600 gas. So I'm not sure what he's saving up for. And it looks like QXC did drop a few Hellions. Wow, once again, roasting these Hellions. Oh, nice block over there by the Stalkers. Was really nice, but that was a lot of workers killed. Right now, pushing it up to 27 workers killed. That's a really crazy amount, and right behind this, QXC is just making bio units. And iS.Axslav has no idea, just has no idea what's going on inside QXC's base, because he's also got this missile turret to defend his army composition. So it's really smart to do that. Limit your Protoss to scouting, and honestly, limit any race to scouting, and it will be very, very beneficial for you. And yeah, QXC is starting to get ahead in the fruit. Wow, the army count is crazily different. Check at that. Check at that. I mean, check that out. 59 supply to 18 supply. Okay. Wait, let me just repeat that. 63 supply to 18 supply. What is going on, iS.Axslav? Yeah. What is going on? Because QXC has a huge advantage over you right now. and he's just gonna push all the way. And wow, Axslav has nothing to deal with this. He's got high Templars, but no storms. He's got to make these into Archon to deal with this. But yeah, here comes QXC, and this is so scary that I feel like I'm gonna cry in this engagement because the army advantages are just too one-sided. It's just too unfair, guys. Oh, and then even joining this, and no storm, and wow, all these probes, the Stalkers are gonna get trapped as well. QXC with a nice threat, just gonna focus down the Nexus, and now wipe out everything else. Mansion's gonna come in here, and QXC is probably gonna take this. The Sword's not gonna finish in time. Oh, actually, it might be, but the high Templars get focused down, and that is game. And Axslav pulls out the GG in game 3 and loses to QXC, and QXC will be moving on in the Southeast Asian North American qualifiers. And I hope you guys enjoyed this cast, and I'll see you guys next time. Please subscribe to me, and also I have a little announcement for all of you. Let's just take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. We do have a small tournament going on right now. We have the Poker Strategy Eve Cup, and that's the tournament that I, along with my team, will be organizing for the Southeast Asia and in the future for other servers. This is going to be a very cool tournament. It's gonna happen for you North Americans on Saturday, 11 p.m. Central Time, and for Southeast Asians, it's going to be exactly on Mother's Day. So try to get your mothers to, you know, celebrate at night or something, because this is gonna start in the morning and throughout the afternoon, and this will be the first cup that we'll be holding with Poker Strategy. So wish us luck, and if you have a Southeast Asian account and you're a Masters player or higher on Southeast Asia, not on North America, not on EU, not on Korea, you have to have an account on Southeast Asia that you play and is in Masters or higher. You can sign up for our tournament, and to find more about our tournament, just visit our site. I will link it to you, and I'll see you guys next time.